Good morning, Year 3 Kestrel Class. This is your maths lesson for today. So in today's maths lesson, we are recapping placing numbers onto a number line. In your home learning book, you have your home learning sheet, and I'm going to go through an example on the board now. So I've got a mixture of numbers here, and they're represented in different ways. So this one's in word form, this is in numerals, this one's represented using base 10, this is represented using place value counters, and we've got another one in numerals here. So the first thing I need to do to help me is to actually turn these all into numerals, just so that I can compare my numbers really easily. So the first number I have got 620. This one's already in numerals, 940. This one we've got 1, 2, 3 hundreds and 5 tens, that's 350. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundreds and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens, so that's 550, and the last number is in numerals also, so that is 50. Looking at these numbers, I can look and see that the smallest I've got is 50 and the largest number is 940. So I know that my number line needs to range from before 50 and after 900. So I'm going to start my number line at 0 and I'm going to take it all the way up to 1000. Now when drawing your number line, it's best to use your squared paper. And if you can, draw it 20 squares long. That just gives you a bit more space to work, and that means that if I start at 0 and go up to 1000, if you mark every 2 squares a step on your number line, we will have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 and 900. If you have drawn this number line so that each increment is 2 squares, you'll therefore in between have 0, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, all the way up to 1000. And that's going to help you with this particular example. I'm going to start with my smallest number, placing it on the number line, and work my way up. That way I'm also practicing my ordering skills at the same time. So the smallest number in my group is 50. I know from my number line that halfway between 0 and 100 is 50. So this first square on my number line is going to be 50. I'll make sure that at the end of the video I zoom in and get a close-up of this number line for you. That is my first number done. Looking at my numbers remaining, I've got 620, 940, 350, 550. The next smallest is 350 because it has only 3 hundreds. All the other numbers have more than 3 hundreds. So 350 is the next number I'm going to place. 350, I know, comes halfway between 300 and 400 on my number line. It is more than 300 and less than 400. Halfway is 350, placed on my number line. Going back to my numbers, my next largest number is 550. The numbers that end in 50 are much easier to place because we know that 50 comes between 0 and 100. So 550 is going to come between 500 and 600. So going over to my number line, halfway between 500 and 600, I can place 550. The next number is a little trickier. The next number, I've got 600s, so I know it's going to come after 600 on my number line, but it's only got 2 tens. Okay, so it's not going to quite reach that halfway mark. Just to help me out, if I mark on here the halfway mark, I know that that is 650. Halfway between 0 and 50 is 25, so halfway between 600 and 650 would be 625. So I'm going to place my mark just before what I estimate to be the halfway there. So that is going to be 620. My last number to place on my number line is the number 940. Again, it doesn't lie exactly halfway between 900 and 1,000 because I haven't got 50, I haven't got 5 tens, I've only got 4 tens. So I'm going to go to my number line, I'm going to guess or estimate you have your squares, that halfway is about there, and I'm just going to come a little way back from that for 940. And that is our number line, that is placing our numbers onto a number line. So remember, the first step is to put all of your numbers into numerical representation, using digits, using numbers. The second step is to draw out your number line and to work out the scale by looking at the smallest and largest number in your collection. So we know that our scale on this number line was 0 to 1,000. Mark your increments and then work through your numbers from the smallest to the biggest. Those are my top tips for today. Any questions, send me a dojo, I'll be here to help. Have a good day, Kestrels.